because when you feel good, you know that you are going to look good on the outward appearance because it's going to radiate.
Welcome to Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal. I'm Leslie, and I will be interviewing exceptional African American women who have made an amazing difference in their local and global community. And one such beautiful woman is Jackie Madison, who is the founder of Glamour Girl Fitness and was crowned Mrs. Georgia Earth in 2019. Welcome, Jackie.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
It is indeed my pleasure. I am so excited to have you today, and you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It is indeed a pleasure. Well, I tell you, Jackie, when Ashro and I were talking about the 10 ladies that would be a part of this video series, you were the first person that I thought about in reference to speaking on fitness and being healthy. And so thank you for accepting the invitation.
Thank you.
It is indeed my pleasure. I've got all kinds of great questions for you because all of us want to know how to get healthier. And so let's go to my notes. Now, you are a certified lifestyle and weight management specialist. Why is it important for us to focus on beauty and our health inside and out?
You know, that is a great question. As a lifestyle and weight management specialist, we don't focus just on the outward appearance. And one of the things that is so near and dear to me is, of course, health and physical fitness. And one thing that we do know for sure is that physical fitness will have you looking good on the outside when you incorporate it. But the most important thing is how it's going to make you feel. And so that's why we always focus on inside out, because when you feel good, you know that you are going to look good on the outward appearance because it's going to radiate.
Absolutely. And you are certainly a wonderful example of that. You are beautiful. And since I know you personally, you are my beautiful sorority sister. I know that you are beautiful inside and out.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Leslie, for saying that. Thank you.
It is my pleasure. Now, you were crowned Mrs. Georgia Earth in 2019. That is so very exciting. Tell us about you being involved in a beauty pageant and explain a little about the pageant itself as far as it relates to the environment.
Yes. So the Earth, and it is called it's Miss. So they have different divisions, which there is the Mayor division, there's Teen, and then there is the Miss division. So it's called, excuse me, it's called Miss Georgia Earth. It is an environmentally conscious platform. And when I was crowned Mrs. Georgia Earth, and the reason I went with that particular organization is because they're known as beauties for a cause. And, you know, there are so many pageants out there that they crown their title holders, but you don't necessarily have to have a platform. And it spoke volumes to me because as Mrs. Georgia Earth, my platform that I ran on was environmental wellness. And you know why? It's because we have two homes, Leslie. And those two homes are the earth and our bodies. And one of the things that I can say for sure is that if you take care of planet Earth, it will take care of you, which is the same thing that if we take care of our bodies will take care of us. They are both our homes and both are so important.
I love that. We have two homes, our bodies and the earth. And we're going to get to our bodies in just a minute. But what are some things that we can do, some tangible things that we can do to take care of our environment?
Well, one of the most common things is that we know, of course, is to reuse and recycle, right? Because a lot of things, especially we use a lot of plastics, it ends up in the oceans, clogging up. And then, we tend to get our food from the ocean. And so some of the fish and things like that are dying. So you definitely want to make sure that you reuse and recycle. But now one that may not be common to some people that we don't even think about, that is very important to me for green living, is being active physically and doing that outdoors. Let me give you an example of that would be, instead of driving your car around the corner to the park. And my daughter just asked me the other day, she said, Mom, can I ride my bike to the park? And there's a park not far from our house, less than a mile. But what do we normally do? We jump in our cars, right? And then we take the bikes, we put them in there, and then we start to ride there. So it's things like that, because there are greenhouse gases, the emissions, we do those all the time. That's the second one. And then the third one that we don't think about is also eating locally. The foods that we eat. Now there are a lot of plant-based items. And if you want to eat from the farmers instead of the processed foods, because of course, processing, chemical plants, those are the kind of things. So that's how we can be environmentally conscious with at least those three things.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Those are excellent tips. I tell you, and I never thought about it that way. We can focus on the environment while getting our exercise at the same time. So I will think twice before I drive to Stone Mountain Park, get out and walk around. So I'll walk around somewhere close to my house. So thank you so very much for those wonderful tips.
Absolutely.
Now, you founded a wonderful nonprofit called Glamour Girl Fitness. How many minutes do you think we should get in exercise each day?
All right. So I'm one of those people that don't like to go with statistics, right? We know what statistics say a lot of the times. So I'm going to bring it from a recommendation of what I think is tangible, because we know a lot of things that we should do, right? But we don't do them. So we should at least be active and move for about 30 minutes a day, okay? 5 days a week, if you can do that. You're supposed to do every day. But at minimum, Leslie, you want to get in 3 days a week, okay? I think we can all do that, at least 30 minutes a day. And simple things, of course, is just walking. That is the most common thing that we can do. And you don't have to go anywhere to do it. A lot of people think, you mentioned Stone Mountain Park earlier, that you actually have to go out someplace to walk. I have some quick little tips. It is what I like to call my commercial workouts. Those hour-long programs that we watch, and I don't want to give plugs to any of them, but some of us watch Greenleaf, things like that, right? When those programs are on, get up during the commercial breaks and walk in place, jog. There's no excuse. And for those of us that have bad knees, you can actually do it while you're sitting down. You can move. Those are some of the things that you can do.
Oh my goodness, how did you know Greenleaf is only my favorite show?
So you can be active when you're watching that show.
Thank you so very much. Oh my goodness, that is a great idea. So when I'm watching my favorite shows, then I know to get up and sort of walk around and move around, and also doing so in my chair. I didn't think about that.
Yes, absolutely. All you have to do is just sit there and just get your legs moving up and down. And then sometimes you can even add your arms if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can get everything moving, sitting, jumping jacks. There are a lot of things that you can do that we don't think about when you don't feel like exercising, right? Because a lot of times we're tired. There are no excuses, because that may not be the only program you're sitting and watching for an hour. Am I correct?
You are very correct. Yes, you know me well. And I tell you, I'm going to pause and come back to Glamour Girl Fitness, because you mentioned what we can do in our chair. And I know we're talking about women, and I know we're talking about women-owned businesses, but I want to stop for a minute and let you tell me a little about Chairisize, which is the business of your hubby, if you don't mind.
Well, absolutely. And that's why I brought it in, because a lot of times people have, they can't get up and be active and move. So it is a chair workout that we don't think about. And it is called Chair-A-Cise. And it's an exercise for everyone. And when you brought my hubby in, Glamour Girl Fitness partners with my husband to make recommendations, because he's a personal trainer, for exercises that we can do. And I focus, of course, on the lifestyle and weight management, because what's so important for us as women is our weight, right? Yes. And so I partner with him to be able to also tell you about exercises that you can do when you don't like to exercise. So it's called Chair-A-Cise. Chair-A-Cise. You exercise while sitting in your chair.
Excellent, excellent. And we're going to get your websites and handles later, but can you share the Chair-A-Cise website?
Yes, absolutely. It's very easy. It is chair, ChairAcise.com. Chairacise.com.
Excellent, excellent. So we put in that great plug for hubby, and so now we're back to Glamour Girl Fitness.
Yes, thank you.
Indeed. Now, what type of fun activities can we take part in? So something that will really excite us, or at least excite us a little.
Well, the thing when you talk about, there are a lot of different forms of exercises and different movements. So we talked about Chair-A-Cise, but Glamour Girl Fitness focuses on the whole family unit. Basically, Glamour Girl Fitness, we have our signature program, Leslie. So a lot of the ladies that are watching may be moms. But if you're not a mom, you can still do this, you may be an auntie, things like that. But we have a signature program that is called our Mommy and Me program, where we incorporate our children. We don't make excuses. So when you're talking about fun, what we do, one of the fun things, regardless if you have children or not, is dancing. That is the universal language for exercise. And I know everybody out there has heard of Zumba. You don't have to go to a Zumba class. You can turn on your favorite gospel song. Won't he do it? Unstoppable. Turn it up loud and just start to move. That is one of the most fun exercises that we can do, is actually dancing.
Yes, it is. And that is a great idea. And I've seen great videos and great images that you've posted to your Facebook page and your website and your Instagram with JJ. So how do we tell me about JJ with her beautiful self, and how do we get our children involved in fun exercises?
I started Glamour Girl Fitness when I had just given birth to my daughter at the age of 43, right? And now it's like, okay, what am I going to do in terms of exercise and getting myself back in it? And now I have kids. And so is it going to change for me? And I think around about the age of 4, I would say, okay, this is your space over here. I would try to put her in another little room while I'm working out. And then all of a sudden she just got up and she started trying to do what she saw mommy doing. And so it's like, you know what? Okay. And I'm like, Jay, you're in my way. And then I realized she thought it was fun. Now I am modeling a behavior. She caught on. She loves it. And so that is my accountability partner. When I don't feel like working out, I'll come home tired from work. And she's like, Mommy, but I want to work out. I thought we were going to work out. Fast forward, she's 8 years old, Leslie, and she loves working out. And so now we're going to have her doing workout videos and programs for children. So moms, there's no excuse. Get the kids involved, because when you're tired, you have accountability partner, and that is a bonding time. And that is what Glamour Girl Fitness message is all about. It is family, fun, fellowship, and fitness, because this is our time to spend time together.
I love it. I love it. I especially love your videos with little JJ, and so I look forward to seeing more of them. And I'm glad that you mentioned the word accountability, because that is so very important. So how do moms, or not just moms, all of us, how do we find an accountability partner to help us in our fitness journey?
Right. And that is one of the things. We talk about people, some people now with COVID, and you know this, some gyms closed and a lot of times you don't want to go there. And now we have Zoom, right? So there are not a lot of excuses, but for those people that just felt like they had to get out, they had to go to the gym because you may not be able to motivate yourself. This is where you incorporate accountability partner. Get a girlfriend. This is, they talk about the COVID-15, like there are a lot of people that have gained those extra pounds because they've been at home. That's not an excuse. You have your kids. Now with Glamour Girl Fitness, no excuses. We make it fun. Incorporate that partner. We in the Madison household have family fun and fitness. So it's my husband, my son, he's 15. We all work out together or we'll go outside. The accountability partner means you calling a girlfriend and say, girl, you know what? We got to do something. The gym is closed. Now let's kind of go to the park. I'm going to have you as my accountability partner. Incorporate your husband or your children. Somebody is going to help you stay focused on what you need to do. And that's what it's all about.
You are so right, Jackie. COVID and being in the house is no excuse. And
Right.
so I have to stop using it for as an excuse. So thank you so much for reminding me of that. Absolutely, absolutely. Now I tell you, with COVID-19, um, so many things are going on, and I'm glad that our former First Lady, Michelle Obama, mentioned that some of us are experiencing low grade depression. We're in the house, there's economic stability, all of these things that are going on. So, to keep our minds focused, to stay positive, what are some of the things that you would suggest that we do?
You know, and I don't know, I'm in my office and I had it here not long ago, but one of the things that is an article and you were talking about the Michelle Obama's movement, Just Move. But one of the things that I want to put this out here before I talk to you about that is that um, we hear about people dying from underlying conditions with COVID. You don't hear a lot of people talking about the obesity part of it. I've been studying this and I work in the medical field. We didn't mention that, but I've been in the medical field for over 20 years. And one of the underlying conditions, people don't think that obesity is an underlying condition. Our community is affected more by it because a lot of us are overweight. So you can look at someone that may be a picture of health, but obesity could be one of the reasons. And I've heard people say they didn't have underlying conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. You don't know. And then you look at the picture. I can tell as someone that's in the fitness, like they were overweight. And there are studies out there about it. So that is very, very important. So what we want to think about is a prescription that I always recommend is that even when you don't feel like working out, I promise you, Leslie, doing something as simple as maybe incorporating yoga. Everything is not for everybody, meaning the HIIT programs, things like that. Get to something calming, yoga, meditation, so that you don't get depressed. And what you have to do is open up the blinds, let some sun in, get outside, be quiet, and meditate, and find an affirmation that is going to keep you going so that you don't get depressed. And let me say this, talk to your friends, talk to someone, accountability partner, because we all know we have our moments, but we don't want to stay there.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for those wonderful words of wisdom. And certainly, most importantly, sharing with us that obesity is an underlying condition and we have to focus on our weight and on our health. Thank you so much for that.
Amen.
Now, Miss Jackie, you are a very successful woman. You are a beautiful, glamorous woman. You are a kind and giving woman. But are there times when you face adversity or have faced adversity, and how did you overcome?
Thank you so much for those kind words. And absolutely. I would not be human if I have not, and most of us do. But one of the things that I do when that happens is I remember my faith. And then when I talked earlier about not staying there, I remember my faith and I go to prayer, meditation, affirmations. So when I face adversity, I know that it was only there, and we've heard this before, to strengthen me. So I realize what have I learned from this, Jackie? Okay, now how can I help someone else? During that time of that trial, it only made me stronger. It pushed me to let me know that remember your faith and God's got it.
Amen. Amen. Yes, indeed. Now, Miss Jackie, what does onward and upward mean to you?
It means not being complacent, always trying to continue to go to that next level on how you can improve on whatever it is that you're doing. Don't feel like that you can't learn from anything else or anything new, regardless of your age, because we always can improve. And it always means, okay, just continuing to research, stay up to date, and keep going to the next level so that you can feel like you are making a difference. So never stop.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I have certainly enjoyed my time with you today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me and giving such wonderful insight and such great information. I'm talking about tangible tips that we can use in order to get healthier. And so we want to continue the conversation with you. We want to continue to follow you. So if you would, can you share your website as well as your social media handles?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Leslie. It was a pleasure being a part of the program. And I would love for you, for all of everyone that is watching this series, is to follow us. I am on Instagram at Get Fit Glamour Girl Style. I am on Facebook, personal, under Jackie Madison. And then the Glamour Girl Fitness website or handle on Facebook is Get Fit Glamour Girl Style or Glamour Girl Style Fitness. But I want you to look at our .org account. That is where we have the information on our nonprofit organization, glamourgirlfitness.org. This is where we want you to go find out information about our program, our Mommy and Me signature program, my daughter and I, and we'd love for you to follow us. Get Fit Glamour Girl Style on YouTube. Mommy and Me is where you can find our Mommy and Me videos to be able to incorporate them family and make it fun. No excuses. We always want you to make sure that you're looking at family, fun, and fellowship. And so you can find us on all those channels. But if you go to glamourgirlfitness.org, you can find out more information about our nonprofit so we can be able to spread the message of giving back to our community.
I loved it, and I am ready to go and get fit. So thank you so much for the inspiration. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jackie, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.